Hello everybody, Miss Jackie Russell here. How are y'all doing today? Okay, here I am, barefaced again. I'm doing Mask Monday. Mary Catherine from Mary Catherine Loves Cats had asked me about a month ago, maybe longer, to join the Mask Monday ladies. And at the time, I just told her I would try to do it at the first of the year. Well, today's January 3rd, and I thought, okay, it's now or never. Just get started. So I have this mask, and I'm trying to get it peeled back. I'm not very good at this. I will say that. Maybe it's the mask itself. Maybe it's not me. I don't know. But we're going to try to get this mask on. I would like to welcome everybody to my channel. And let's see how I do with getting this on. Ooh, I can tell you it's got lots of, I guess, emollients and things on there. Ooh, it feels a little cold. Do you do Mask Mondays? Or do you even do mask? I'm not even sure how to put that on. I have used masks before. I'm going to look at my mirror over here. Sometimes that's better than trying to look at the computer screen to see how I'm doing. Looks like I need to move it over a little bit so it can get on my nose. And I guess it has to be on about 15 minutes or so. I haven't read the instructions. I just thought I'd get it on. And it's got lots of emollients in it, or liquid, or I don't know what you call it. The good stuff to make your skin absorb it and be moisturized. So here we go. I'm going to put some on my hands. I am using the Entire Beauty Face It. It's Face It Sheet Mask, Collagen, and Peptides infused for all skin types. And it's a sheet mask. I need to lift it up a little bit. Okay. And directions, it's unfold sheet mask and apply to clean, dry skin. Once sheet mask is applied, allow it to penetrate for 15 minutes. So, okay, now we know, 15 minutes. Remove mask and rub excess product directly into skin for best results. Look at this. Can y'all see that it's dripping off? There was so much moisture in that package. It's just dripping off of there. Wow. So anyways, back to Mary Catherine. Okay. I want to thank Mary Catherine for inviting me and her patience and me taking a while to get into this. But I had to kind of fit it into my schedule. And I have a crazy schedule, between doing the unboxings and my dogs and then just family in general. My dog business is a full-time business, so I'm always busy with that. I got some questions that I pulled up so we can have a get-to-know-me time. I also want to give a shout-out to Arleen of Unboxing with Arleen. She, too, was invited by Mary Catherine, and she's already started, so you can just hop over there and maybe see a few of hers. And she even sent me some masks to encourage me to get going. So, but today I'm using this particular mask, and we'll see how this collagen peptide mask does. Everybody could use a mask. We should take care of our skin, as Mary Catherine always talks about. It's good to pamper your skin because, you only get one set and it has to last you for life. So when you look at it like that, it's very important to take care of your skin, especially your face. It's probably some of the thinnest skin that you have. I will say when I'm out in the sun and all that kind of stuff, I know I talked to you about being out on the beach in the sun, but I wear sunscreen on my face all the time. I mean, there's never a time I don't have sunscreen on my face. Unless I'm sleeping. But I put sunscreen on every day. I've got some questions I thought we could do as a get to know me type thing. The first question on here is, what's your favorite way to spend a day off? Well, my absolute favorite way to spend a day off is at the beach, okay? With my line of work, I work 24/7 every day. My day is the same every day. I wake up, I take care of dogs, I get everybody out to potty, I get them to where they need to go, and it is just a busy, busy day all day long, and it doesn't end at 5 o'clock. I am still working all the way up to 8 or 9, sometimes 10 o'clock at night. I do try to get all my dogs put to bed, so to speak, by 8 o'clock. So that gives me a little bit of time for me. And and of course, I have like a daycare type situation going on around here. So the puppies, they get to come out like 4 or 5 times a day and play for about an hour, and then they go back up and rest and nap. So it is an interactive day all day long. So if I was to say what's my favorite way to spend my day off, it's going to the beach. And the reason I say that is because that is the only time I'm off, is when I go on vacation. When I go on vacation, I'm officially off for those 5 to 10 days, how many ever we take, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to make any decisions about anything. And bless my daughter, Laura, because Laura takes care of my dogs while I'm gone. So that's how I like to spend my day off. If I were to have a day off just here that I didn't ever have to come back, to take care of the dogs, because I can only be gone 3 or 4 hours at a time. I guess if I had the whole day off, I might want to go spend it with like my sister or my mother or somebody like that. I mean, because I don't really have opportunity to do that. So, I mean, I do go visit them, but it's only for an hour or so. It's not very long. That would probably be one thing I'd like to do. Okay, what type of music are you into? Well, for me, I like all kinds of music, but for the most part here lately, I've been into, I would say, the rock and roll from the 80s and 90s. I don't know what songs that would be. I mean, it's anything that plays in that era. But I would have to say probably my first is rock and roll and pop. I like that. I love Christian music too. I like classical. I really like all types of genres. I don't really care for rap too much. There's a few rap songs that I might like, but for the most part, that's probably one that I care for the least. This feels weird around my lips. What was the best vacation you ever took and why? I would have to say the best vacation I ever took was when we went to Puerto Vallarta back in the 90s. It was our first trip to Mexico, and I took Laura and Josh with us, my son, and we had a wonderful time in Puerto Vallarta. It was a great, memorable trip, and it was well worth it. We were just there for 5 days, but it was wonderful. We did horseback riding. We did a lot of different things there as a family, and we went up into the mountains there, and it was just very nice. We had a great time. If I was to choose what was the best island I've ever been to and my favorite island to go to, that would be Aruba. I love Aruba. Been there twice, and I'd go back in a heartbeat, but right now with COVID, their restrictions are a lot tougher getting in and out, and so I don't anticipate being able to go to Aruba anytime soon. Where's the next place on your travel bucket list and why? Well, my next travel list and bucket list would be Cancun or Mexico, somewhere in Mexico. We like to go to Cabo San Lucas too. But the reason we're going to Mexico during COVID times is because it is easy in, easy out. The hotels usually provide you with your tests that you've got to have to return back to the United States. They have a really good protocol in Mexico for COVID. We went to Mexico July 2020 when COVID was first out and when they first opened up the hotels. And everybody around us was petrified to go anywhere. And I'm just not going to let a virus that's 99% curable scare me off from living. So my husband and I both agreed, and we went to Mexico there. But their protocol for cleanliness and I don't know, of taking care of you while you're there is really good. So we learned that right away, and we had a wonderful time, and we've been, I guess, to Mexico maybe 5 or 6 times since COVID came out, not had any issues. Not that we couldn't, there's always a risk, but we haven't had any so far. So that would be our next place. We'll probably be going in June of 2022. What are your hobbies and how do you get into them? Woo! Well, I'd have to say that getting on YouTube here has been my latest hobby. I mean, it takes up a lot of time. I don't know if people realize it, for unboxing and filming and then editing and then getting it all prepared for you all to see. You have to really like what you're doing, and I really do like it. I like meeting everybody. I like having my relationships. I've met so many people on here that are just wonderful and fabulous. This mask keeps falling down on my lips. It's just been fun. Other hobbies that I like to do, gee whiz, I don't know. I guess I'm not a big hobby person. I mean, I don't do crafts or anything. I like to lay out in the sun, but I don't even get to do that very much at home because I'm just so busy. I kind of sound boring. I guess I don't have that many hobbies. You know, when you think about it, I don't have a lot of hobbies that I do. I do like to read, but I don't even get a chance to do that much these days. I don't know. That's about the answer I can give on that. And what was your favorite age growing up? I'm going to have to say my favorite age was probably between 8 and 12. When you go to your grandmother's or your granny's house and you get to visit and play with all your cousins and just have a good time. And you don't have any cares in the world, of course, other than, you know, what's important at that moment, which is, you know, what's your favorite thing to eat or how much time are you going to get to play with your cousins. And then going to church and doing the fellowships and going to devotionals. Those were always really fun. So I would have to say that was probably some of the best times as far as growing up that I really enjoyed. What was the last thing you read? Well, the last thing I read were questions that I would answer during Mass Monday. I did kind of like a little, you know, brief looking up questions and reading some of those questions. So that was the last thing I read, besides my own email and stuff. And would you say you're more of an extrovert or an introvert? Well, personally, I think I'm more of an introvert. I'm the type of person that can do fine on her own. I'm happy just being in my own little world. When I go places where there's a lot of people, I do talk and interact, and I can carry on conversations with no problem. But if no one talks to me or gives me the time of day, I'm not worried about it. I don't get upset about it. It doesn't bother me. I'm not the life of the party, let's put it that way. I'm more the sit back and watch everybody. Next question, what's your favorite ice cream topping? Well, my favorite ice cream topping is pecans, coconut, and if there's some fresh bananas, I would like that. What was the last TV show you binge watched? Well, I don't do much binge watching, so I will have to say the last TV show I did watch that I do watch every episode is Dexter, New Blood. I was so excited to find out that Dexter was coming back. That's such a odd show, but it's so good. And I don't know if any of you like it or not, but I like that show, and I was really shocked because when Dexter first came out, you know, you heard all about people watching it, and I was thinking, who wants to watch a serial killer? You know, I mean, let's face it, that's kind of dark and yucko. Once I watched it and started, and you know, went back and watched the whole thing, I thought, oh wow, this is really a good show. And I find it intriguing. Next question, are you into podcasts or do you only listen to music? I must only listen to music because I don't have a podcast. Do you have a favorite holiday? Why or why not? I don't know if I have a favorite holiday. I like all of them. I guess the one that everybody likes the most is Christmas. That's probably my favorite time just because that's when family gets together, and it's a festive time of the year. It's a busy time of the year, but it's always fun with the grandkids and everything. That makes it really nice. Next question, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh my goodness, that really narrows it down, doesn't it? I don't know. Did you know if you only had one food and you wanted to survive, I've heard that dog food is the thing you should eat, but I would not want to eat that every day. I wouldn't want to eat that ever. If you're stranded on an island, they say that's one thing that would give you all your nutrients. But I guess if I was to pick one food, it'd probably be seafood. I like seafood. That's probably one of my favorite. Do you like going to the movies or prefer watching it at home? I do like going to the movies, but with COVID, I haven't been to a movie in a long time. And I don't mind watching movies at home. That's just fine and dandy with me. Get your little popcorn bucket set up and you're set to go, all cozy in your home. And last question is, what's your favorite sleeping position? Well, that's a weird question, but hey, I guess sleeping on my side is probably what I sleep, the way I sleep the most. But I also like sleeping on my back, so it's between those two. That would be my answer for that question. That was about 15 get-to-know-me questions, and I'm going to stop there because it's going to be close to 15 minutes of having this mask on, and I'm going to be taking it off. And I just want to say Happy Mask Monday to all the Mask Monday ladies. Happy Mask Monday to everyone. Happy New Year. And I have one more other thing to talk to you about. This is my 1-year anniversary. I've been on YouTube for probably 10 years, but I was never active on it really for 7-8 years. I got active with my first video last year with the hashtag 2021 Advent Calendar Project. That was my first video, and it was on January 3rd when I published it. So I'm going to have a happy anniversary giveaway. And in that giveaway, I am going to give you a little glossy box. It's going to be full of goodies. There's going to be some perfume. They said this was valued at $120. So, wow. I think they inflate those prices. I mean, those are just samples. Maybe it's $120 if you buy the perfume. Luna, Rain, Earth Harbor. For you, I'm going to give you some Fig and Rogue. Some of these packages kind of tore when I was trying to get into them, when I was showing them initially, but they have not been used, so I want you to know that up front. This here is Oui Cherie, and it is a lip gloss. It's just clear, and I'm going to send that along to somebody. I have a brown eyeliner. I don't know, it just says number 575. I'm not sure who this is by. It's got a nice little felt tip on it, and it's brown. And with that, I'm going to give you a little eyeshadow palette. And this has like some golds and neutral tone. There is a Onekind Dream Cream Night Moisturizer. These items are going to be in my giveaway. And the code word we're going to use is anniversary. Use the word code word in the description. Of course, you have to be 18 years or older. You have to be a citizen within the United States with a U.S. address in the Continental USA. This is not affiliated by YouTube or Glossy or any of the products that I just mentioned. You have to be a publicly subscribed to my channel. So that is my giveaway. And now it's time to peel off this mask. And it says to peel it off and to rub in, I guess, the nutrients that you've got. So I'm just going to rub this all over and let it soak in. I'm going to put some on my hands. And I'm probably going to put some on my nails. I mean, there's so much moisture. I'll have to say, if you've not used the Empower Her mask and you want one that has lots of infusion in it as far as the vitamins and the liquid, the moisture that's in it, I would say this would be a great one because, I mean, I don't know how long this is going to take to dry. But I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll finish my makeup off later on today. But this is my first Mask Monday, and I did it on my anniversary of my first year. If you have questions that you want to ask me, down in the comments there, and I can maybe answer some of them next week for Mask Monday. But for today, that's all I have. I wish you all a Happy New Year. As usual, I wish you a blessed and happy day. Bye-bye.